Hello students, in this session we are going to study about parthenocarpic fruit. So parthenocarpy means the formation of fruit without fertilization. That means ultimately there is no seeds are formed, seedless fruits are developed. It's otherwise known as your parthenocarpy. That means the technique is otherwise known as your parthenocarpy. The fruit which is developed through this technique is otherwise known as your parthenocarpic fruit. And this technique is first introduced by Knoll in the year of 1902. I also wrote note over here. So Knoll first gave the term, and the total parthenocarpy is otherwise known as your virgin fruit. That means if we split the term parthenocarpy, partheno means your virgin and carpos means your fruit. So we know that fertilization is not takes place over here, so the fruit is seedless. It is otherwise known as your virgin fruit, and it is first given by that means the term parthenocarpy is first given by Knoll in the year of 1902. So nextly, Nitsch in the year of 1963, that means after Knoll, Nitsch just support the term and he just split, that means he just give that three type of parthenocarpy fruits are there. That means he just three types of parthenocarpy fruit, he just give that three types of parthenocarpy fruit and he just divide the parthenocarpy fruit into genetic, another one is your environmental, and last one is your chemical induced. That means in parthenocarpy, this type of conditions, that means genetic conditions are effective in your parthenocarpy, environmental condition is effective to your parthenocarpy, and chemical is also effective to your parthenocarpy. We just take how it is effective to your parthenocarpy, we just look after that. That means if we take genetic first, genetic means in the condition of parthenocarpy fruit, genetical changes are takes place. That means it may be your mutation, it may be your hybridism. That means these types of changes are takes place. That means mutation and hybridism, these are the effects which are takes place genetically, and the fruit is changes. That means fruit is changed to your seedless fruit, and this condition is otherwise known as your genetically parthenocarpic fruit. So in genetical condition, I wrote over here that genetic parthenocarpic fruit is produced due to mutation and hybridism. That means the mutation and hybridism is followed by the genetic condition, and these two terms are mostly effective to the parthenocarpic fruit. That means for the genetic condition, these two terms are induced. That means these two terms are placed over here to development of that parthenocarpic fruit. Nextly, the environmental condition. Now the growing condition, now the growing environmental condition, fruits are developed by the growing environmental condition, and the environmental condition are like your high temperature, like your low temperature, like your high light intensity, low light intensity, fog, smog. These types of some of the terms are used here to the parthenocarpic fruit. That means through the environmental condition is plays a vital role in your parthenocarpic fruit. We just take the points first. So environmental parthenocarpy is produced due to the changes of environment. Obviously environmental changes are, according to the environmental changes, the parthenocarpy fruits are developed. So like the conditions like your low temperature, high light intensity, fast fog, or your low light intensity, and the some of your examples are your tomatoes which are developed in your low light intensity also, in your high light intensity also. That means your carrot is also one of the example, that means which are growing in low temperature also. So these are the some of the fruits which are developed seedless and parthenocarpy by the environmental changes, by the environmental conditions. Next one is your chemical induced. How the chemicals are also effect to the parthenocarpy. So chemical is induced parthenocarpy means certain chemicals, like some of the chemicals are mostly form these types of things, that means your auxin and IAA, NAA. I just wrote the abbreviation over here. Your IAA means indole 3-acetic acid. So indole 3-acetic acid. NAA means your naphthalene acetic acid, and GA means your gibberellic acid. So these are the abbreviation of these terms, that means your IAA means your indole 3-acetic acid, NAA means your naphthalene acetic acid, and gibberellic acid. And these things, that means these types of chemicals are also used to effective production of the fruits or vegetables are also. So these are basically the means of your parthenocarpy, means the term how it is produced and how the seedless fruit are produced. Seedless fruit are basically produced in 3 ways, that means in 3 types. One is your genetic, another one is your environmental, and last one is your chemical conditions, that means chemical induced. So these are the some of the parthenocarpic points, that means how the parthenocarpy is developed. Nextly we focus about the significance. Before going to significance, I want to tell an example, or you may consider it as a part of story of this topic. So consider that I just gave you a statement that if knowledge is important, the utilization of the knowledge is more important to know the knowledge. That means scientists know that there is a condition of parthenocarpy where the fertilization is, without fertilization a fruit is developed, that means a seedless fruit is developed. But they also have to know that how it is implemented, that means in which conditions these things are implemented. In significance we just going to study about these things. Just take 2 examples first. Your first examples is your custard apple. In custard apple there is a black color seed in it, that means a number of seeds are there, and a pale white like structure is in it, that means the total outer structure is green in nature, and in this green apparatus there is a number of seeds are there, and the number of seeds are attached a single condition, that means there is a node like structure over here, and the seeds are developed, and the seeds is, that means there is the middle, it is your seed, and there is a whitish part over here, this is the edible part. If we use the parthenocarpic technology by the scientist over your your custard apple, here the custard apple, then we found that there is no seeds in it, and we just open it and happily eat the total structure, that means it is edible part, and we just eat it. If we use the same culture, we use the same technique in your pomegranate, then it is just look like a tennis ball. If we cut it, there is no seeds are there, that means we know that seed is a edible part of that pomegranate. So if we develop the same culture in it, then there is no seed is there, that means it's look like a tennis ball. If we cut it, there is no, only an empty space, we just found an empty space, because the edible part is the seeds. If in the conditions we know that seed is absent, that means if we apply this condition, that means in your pomegranate there is no seeds are there. If there is no seeds are there, there is nothing to eat, that means it is empty. So this is the main concept, that where to use that knowledge. So the significance is it increases the production of edible part of the fruit. We just use it here over here, that means over your custard apple. So the place which is absorbed by your seed is converted into the edible part, that means converted into your fruit, that means more space is developed. Next one, seedless fruits are ideal for consumption. It is obviously it is quite good to consumption, quite easy to consumption. Nextly, usually used in your juice and jam industries, that means the fruit extraction of seeds is quite a lengthy process in your industries like your jam and juice industry. If there is only the development of seedless fruits that takes place, then it is quite easy to develop the industries like your jam and juice, etc. So these are some of your parthenocarpic conditions, that means how it is formed, where it is formed, why it is known as your virgin fruit, and the name of your two scientists and its conditions, how they are formed, and the significance also. Hope this class is helpful to all of you. Thank you.